Back in my early 20s, I did a microcontroller course through correspondence. And it came with a development board. It was a Motorola 6800. And I learnt all about computers, insides of computers, and it was not quite my first introduction to machine code, but it was where I did more machine code anyway. I'd played with on the Acorn Atom with a bit of machine code, but it was really when I got into this board. And I've looked for it to buy one of these things for my retro collection, and I've not been able to find one online. But I was going through YouTube videos as one does, and came across a set of videos called "What's in the Mystery Box," and it was a chap in Australia who was selling off his stuff that he had, and in amongst those was the development board. So I emailed him, and he agreed to sell me one of these. And after an email exchange and a bit of postage, I'm now the proud owner of this board. So I've taken the labeling off at the moment, but I haven't actually opened it yet. So this is getting to see what it looks like. So we've got that, some good old packaging. And there it is. I'm assuming underneath is all packaging. Now these, if you look at his video, which I've linked below, they all came in beautiful boxes and had all the power supplies and everything in them. But of course that was going to be way too expensive to ship from Australia to United Kingdom. So I obviously, he agreed to take it out of the box and just send the board itself. Let's have a look here. Very excited about this. The one I had came in with its own sort of green, teal, I guess, bluish green, whatever, stand. And I still like to find one that's got the exact one that I had. And I can't remember whether mine had a breadboard or a bit of Vero board on the side for experimentation. As I said, it was a long, long time ago, but so I don't quite remember the board exactly. Let's have a look here. Okay. So, start to see inside it. Keypad over here and the board. I know there's some additional stuff in here that I didn't have on my original board. Where did I put my knife? Here it is. Oh, look at that. A thing of beauty. And it is exactly as I remember it, albeit with a few slight changes. This has been added to it. I certainly didn't have it. I think this is did he say this was a serial port that was put on here? So it's not absolutely identical to the one I had. But you've got power supply here. You've got there's a 6821 over there. Another 6821 over there, so those will be peripheral, I guess. I'll have to look those up, I can't remember. ROM and RAM. And of course the 6802 over there. Huge crystal. Look at the size of that thing, I don't remember that. What is that? Probably a 3.579, somewhere around there. I think we can probably bring this in a bit. Here we are. So this is the audio for the tape deck. I must have be able to save and load programs off here, which was a nice function. A lot of development boards didn't have this, learner boards. I wonder if this has been recapped. I'll have a look at that, but they're not bulging, which is good. There's some mods and things on the back here. So this is coming off a serial port. Oh, there's another massive crystal over there. There is some more circuitry there. So I guess what we should do is probably plug it in. So we've got the power, this is the power over here. So we'll look at plugging it in. We've got 5 volts here, ground. I think that's just if you've only got an AC connection. This is probably 5 volt DC and that'll be the AC. But I think I will just double check that quickly. Okay, so let's just have a look at the manual. Obviously this is a PDF version, not the original. What have we got here? Installation, operation. There we go, that looks good. Power supply, external, page 2.5, 2.5, 2.3, 2.5. No, that's not quite what we want. 2.6.1. Power, there we go. Right, for minimum 18 volts center tap transformer, external power supply, just remove E2. Okay, and so there we've got our, that's the transformer, so center tap and your AC, and for external power supply 5 volts and grounded 5 volts. So that's okay. So that the biggest thing is just we need to remove jumper E2. Easy. So here's the circuit diagram, or at least the power section of the circuit diagram. There's our power terminal, so our 9 volts AC with a center tap ground and all 5 volts. And there's really nothing to be said here. It's 7805. Now what's interesting is if we look at a picture online of one of the other boards, that is a much smaller 7805 than on my board. So I don't know, actually it looks like there's some additional holes there, so it might have been set for both. Certainly my one is a lot beefier and simply let through a bit more power. But what we're looking for is this E2. Now it isn't a traditional jumper, so we're just going to have to remove that, and we should be able to just power directly by 5 volts. There we go. All right. So yes, looking at the circuit diagram, we can see that the 5 volts mark on here bypasses the end of the regulator, and this will be the 5 volt regulator here. And so I think what they do mean is this E51. So this stops the 5 volts from feeding back into the power circuit. I rather wish that was a proper jumper. I do wonder what happened to mine. It's probably sitting in a landfill somewhere. It's really sad. So, all right, I think what I'm going to do is take that out, and then I can feed 5 volts into it directly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this end out here and see how that goes. I'm going to do something I don't really like doing, but I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to lift this out carefully here. There we go. Okay, I can clean that up later. It'll be easier to clean up. Okay, so we've got that out. I'm just going to lift that up like that. Can you see that? Okay, I've just lifted up the connection, E2 connection, and now I can just connect something into there. And the 5 volts. Okay, so plug our 5 volts in. I'm going to limit the current. I'm going to limit it to 0.5 amp. Right, so we've got that, that's off, everything else is clear. Let's just get this. I think that should be okay. I'm on a 5 volt supply. I'm limiting it to pushing out 1 amp with a 1 amp supply with a limit of 500 milliamps, just in case. Right, let's switch it on and see what happens. Okay, so overcurrent. Okay, there we go. So I just upped the current limit to 700 milliamps. It's drawing 625, so I'm going to keep it about there. But there we go. We've got our initial prompt over there. And from there, we should be able to type in a program. So far, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but there we go. Turn some lights off. You can see the prompt coming out there, and I think I haven't got quite enough current there. Go up to 8. Let's It's interesting, as I pressed a button it shot up. Okay, drawing 700 now. So that should give me, well, I'm writing Go, so it's done it's probably gone to a program. That's where I am on the program counter. I'm going to have to go through the documentation again. But I think that's it for the unboxing and switching on for the moment. I need to do a lot more reading up again and try and re-familiarize myself with this board. But I'm really, really happy. This is a board I've been hankering after for many years. But this is looking good, drawing 700 milliamps. I'm okay with that. That's good. Warming up quite a lot there. But that appears to work. Reset. That probably gives me a memory. Yeah, let me go. I've got to read the manual again. I can't remember how to operate it. It was a long time ago, but I am very, very happy. There we are. Fantastic.